Samiullah.
Yes, sir.
Could you please give your brief introduction?
Yes, sir. Sir, I am Ullah, son of Muhammad Amanullah. I belong to Tehsil Shahpur, district Sargodha. My father is retired from Pakistan Air Force. My mother is a housewife. We are 5 siblings. I got my early education from my hometown. I have done my graduation from University of Sargodha. As far as my hobbies and interests are concerned, in my leisure time, I have the habit of reading books. And currently, I am in the most recent exam. I have also been selected as a Naib Tahsildar from Sargodha division. And currently, I am looking for better opportunities that will help me for better growth and professional development.
Samiullah, you have told that you are looking forward to better opportunity.
Yes, sir.
How do you say that coming into this job will be a better opportunity, not in any other profession?
Sir, any other profession provides you a limited chances for your personal growth, and there is a limited chances of horizontal and vertical mobility. Like currently I am serving as a Naib Tahsildar. I have limited power to empower my decision to implement on the society at the grassroots level. Apart from other hand, if I am working as assistant commissioner, then it would empower me in a better way to implement the government policies because I have authority and I will better perform in such a way.
Samiullah, you have mentioned 2 of your favorite books.
Yes, sir.
One of them is Governing the Ungovernable.
Yes, sir.
What are the major reasons of misgovernance in Pakistan?
Sir, the major reason behind the misgovernance of Pakistan are the political instability, economic stagnation. Apart from that, we are also seeing the rising cases of extremism in Pakistani society. There is also social polarization apart from political polarization. And these are the certain reasons that are behind the...
What do you think? There is also a term called colonial legacy.
Yes, sir.
How much impact that colonial legacy have on bureaucratic hitches in Pakistan?
Sir, actually since inception of Pakistan have got only 2 institutions that were working properly. One was the military, the other was the bureaucracy. Since inception, these 2 institutions were performing very well. However, since successive government came and there is rise of politicization among bureaucratic culture started, and bureaucratic culture started to dwindle.
Samiullah, you have also mentioned that you belong to Sargodha region.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us something about Sargodha region?
Sir, Sargodha is the 11th largest city of Pakistan. It has a population of about 40 million. It has 7 tehsils, and it's also a very historical background, like the many famous political figures like Firoz Khanun belong to Sargodha. Apart from that, it is also famous for its citrus production. Pakistan currently produces about 26 million tons of citrus across the world. Apart from this, it is also known as California of Pakistan because of its citrus production. It is also famous for its woodwork, like Silam Wali is famously known for its woodwork. And it is located between Chajduab, between river Jhelum and river Chenab. And there are political other figures like that were famous in the before inception of Pakistan, and like Khidr Hayat Tiwana, and that's it, sir.
Okay, you talked about Khidr Hayat Tiwana.
Yes, sir.
Most of his political career, he remained with Congress, All India Congress. When did he join Muslim League?
Sir, actually Khidr Tiwana didn't join Muslim League. He was the part of Unionist Party in 1939 election, and Congress and the Unionist Party jointly together and made government of Khidr Hayat Tiwana.
You have mentioned that you have done botany, but then you opted for Punjabi, Public Ed and Mass Comm in PMS.
Yes, sir.
What are the reasons? Why don't you offer your own subject where you have specialized in it?
Sir, actually, there was lack of career counseling, and I was only first person in my family that currently came to university. So I was actually interested in social sciences, but due to lack of career counseling, I was forced to join in the botany department. That's the reason.
Sami, nice to have you with us. आपकी philosophy of life क्या है? जीने का पर्पस कोई होता है बंदे का, मैं क्यों जीता हूँ, ये क्या हूँ, मैं क्या हूँ?
सर, जीने का मकसद यही है कि हम एक आम आदमी की लाइफ में कैसे जो है ना एक वैल्यू ऐड कर सकते हैं। मोस्टली हम अपने आसपास देखते हैं तो हमारे मोस्टली जो हैं एट द ग्रास रूट लेवल जब हम देखते हैं तो लोगों की हम मुख्तलिफ़ किस्म की मतलब उनकी ज़रूरियात हैं, उनकी मुश्किलात हैं। जो लोग हायर लेवल पे बैठे होते हैं वो इस चीज़ से इग्नोर होते हैं क्योंकि उनमें कम्युनिकेशन गैप भी आ जाता है और भी बहुत सी चीज़ें होती हैं। क्योंकि मैंने उन चीज़ों को एक ग्रास रूट लेवल पे ख़ुद देखा है, तो मेरा मकसद यही है कि मैं इन आम लोगों की ज़िंदगी में वैल्यू ऐड करूँ और इनकी मतलब लाइफ में एक डिफरेंस क्रिएट करूँ।
डू यू थिंक बीइंग पार्ट ऑफ द डेमोक्रेसी इज़ बेस्ट रूट टू एडिंग वैल्यू?
Sir, of course, democracy is the culture that involves all the segments of society across the board, and all the basic segments of society are taken on board, and in this way, we can add value.
Have we any parameter to measure value addition in human lives?
Yes,
or
sir.
that it is measured whether humans are living up to the standard or not?
Sir, let's suppose we can see the recent example of recent index of Human Development Index of Pakistan. Development Index actually consider the value added in the life of the common message.
What is position of Pakistan on HDI?
Sir, in Human Development Index, Pakistan is currently standing at 161 out of 189 countries. And in this way, we can say that these are the things that can add value, like education, like health, like basic services, rule of law, justice. And
I have got your point. Do you think that standing at position number 161,
yes, sir,
that our bureaucracy have added this type of value in our lives or in the life of the masses?
Sir, actually, there are certain problems behind this.
What are those problems?
Sir, successive government didn't play their role. As we have seen long decades of political instability in Pakistan, we are also confronting with the problem of economic stagnation. We are also problem. There are institutions.
Economic stagnation.
Sir, economic stagnation is that since last 3 decades, we didn't see a particular growth in our economy. Before 1990, our economy was growing with the rate of 6.5%. But now, since the last 3 decades, our economy is growing and dwindling fall.
What are the ways to put Pakistan on a trajectory of better growth?
Sir, for better growth, the first step I would mention that there should be need for political stability, because political stability and economic growth are directly proportional to each other. If there is a political stability, then investors across the world would come there and they will invest it.
What is the role of IMF and these international agencies in this particular stability or instability?
Sir, actually the purpose of IMF was that it would save the countries that are going from economic crisis, that it would save them from default. So the problem didn't lie in IMF, problem lies in our successive government that didn't pursue the policies of IMF.
What is different in functions of IMF and World Bank?
Sir, actually World Bank function as its contributor development projects like infrastructure development, while the IMF provides loans to the countries and when they are suffering from the problems of economic crisis. For example, there occurs a natural disaster across the country.
आपने अपने हॉबीज में मेंशन किया कि बुक रीडिंग आपकी हॉबी है।
यस सर।
फेवरेट राइटर कौन सा आपका?
सर, फेवरेट राइटर मेरा इशरत हुसैन है।
और इकोनॉमिक जो रीडिंग है वो आप पसंद करते हैं, इसके अलावा और कोई किसी जर्नल को पसंद नहीं करते आप?
नो सर, आई हैव read several books related to Pakistani problems, like Pakistan going toward abyss, Pakistan and the world in disorder, Pakistan and beyond the crisis state. So actually all these authors actually writes about the socio-economic and political issues of Pakistan.
Okay. As well, I have listened that you have said that extremism is the hurdle in the way of misgovernance, in the reason of misgovernance.
Yes, sir.
What is the reason of misgovernance?
Sir, actually, when the society become too polarized, like previously we were witnessing only political polarization, but now apart from that political polarization, we are witnessing the cases of social polarization, and we are also seeing the cases of religious extremism across the society. When the government didn't able to put its writ across the society, then it creates an environment of fear. When you didn't provide a conducive environment to the investor or the people who are living across the country, then I think it's create a hurdle for your growth or economic prosperity.
Okay. आपने अपने ऑप्शनल्स में एक पंजाबी भी सब्जेक्ट रखा हुआ है.
यस सर.
इसकी रीज़न क्या चूज़ करें?
सर, पंजाबी एक तो हमारी जो है मदर लैंग्वेज है, और इसके अलावा इसमें जो है क्लासिकल शायर जिस तरह हैं बुल्ले शाह मेरे फेवरेट पोइट हैं. मतलब जैसे अभी रिसेंट जो आपने बात की, मैं इसी बात को सर अगर आप इजाज़त दें तो मैं सर जैसा भी हम एक्सट्रीमिज़म पे बात कर रहे थे, वो हमारी सोसाइटी जैसे हमारी नेबरिंग कंट्रीज़ अगर हम देखें तो बुल्ले शाह का वो एरा था जिसमें उन्होंने टॉलरेंस और इन चीज़ों पे काम किया, ब्रदरहुड, लव और इस तरह के लेसन दिया. मतलब अब अगर हम करंट उनका जो लेगेसी देखें,
कोट करें जिसमें उन्होंने ब्रदरहुड का कहा.
सर, मस्जिद ढा दे, मंदिर ढा दे जो कुछ डेंदे, फर बंदे दा दिल ना ढावी, रब दिलों में रहंदे. तो
इसके अलावा और कौन से सुल्तान बाहू को भी पढ़ा आपने?
सॉरी सर, आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड.
या वारिस शाह को?
यस सर, वारिस शाह, एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस मियां मोहम्मद बख्श साहब.
वारिस शाह का क्या स्टेचर है, मतलब पंजाबी में अगर कहें हम कि मतलब पंजाबी में उनको क्या मकाम क्या मिला?
सर, वारिस शाह कहते हैं कि वारिस शाह ने हीर लिख के, जो हीर का जो किस्सा उन्होंने लिखा है, उन्होंने मतलब एक किस्से में ही उसको ऐसे समझ दिया है कि वो जब अपना किस्सा शुरू करते हैं तो इस तरह लगता है कि वो जो उनके किरदार हैं वो हमारी आंखों के सामने, मतलब और भी बहुत से लोगों ने हीर के बारे में लिखा है, लेकिन वारिस शाह ने जो हीर लिखी है वो उसका अलग ही अपना मकाम है.
हीर का जो है वो गांव कौन सा था, कोई याद है आप?
सर, आई थिंक शी बिलोंग टू जंग.
और रांझा जो है?
रांझा सर, मिड रांझा.
जी समीउल्लाह.
Yes sir.
Where are you seeing yourself if you are not allocated in a PMS?
Sir, I am already serving in the same department. I am serving as a Naib Tahsildar. Then I will continue that service, but I will make my effort for further in upcoming years. I would further apply for the PMS and CSS.
Are you satisfied with your allocation as a Naib Tahsildar?
Yes sir, I am satisfied, but ultimate goal was to join civil services of Pakistan and became a mainstream part of the
your trajectory.
Yes.
Okay. You were discussing about IMF and programs, etc. How many times Pakistan have been to IMF programs?
Sir, I think Pakistan has this is the 23rd time that Pakistan is going toward IMF.
Okay, since?
Sir, since I think 1960. But
okay.
I am
what
not.
Is balance of payment crisis?
Sir, balance of payment crisis is that we are living beyond our means, and our imports are greater than our export, and the budget we devise because of lack of taxation issues, we can't able to produce these things, and there are also trade issues.
There is much speculation about Pakistan going into default situation. Do you think Pakistan is going towards that trajectory?
Sir, I didn't think that Pakistan is going to default because there are several reasons behind this. That common perception that Pakistan is a nuclear country, and the major powers across the world wouldn't allow Pakistan to default. I think this is a tip to an iceberg. Apart from this, there are several other reasons. Like when we see as a region as a whole, there are countries like Afghanistan is already suffering from the humanitarian crisis. there are ongoing sanctions on Iran. Apart from this, we are also witnessing the political instability problem in Myanmar, and similarly Sri Lanka is also going to default. Pakistan, apart from this, these also have a 220 million population. When such a huge population which is already suffering from the problem of extremism and political instability and economic stagnation, and we are also seeing the rise of insurgents of terrorism across the world, across our neighboring border. When these is Pakistan going toward default, then it will provide a fertile ground for the people of Pakistan who are already resentment about the government policies. Then these will join the militant organization, and they will already worsen the already suffering. They would.
Okay, so you are saying that there can be some external savior to save the condition of Pakistan. How can we save internally?
Sir, there are external savior like the Muslim brother countries like UAE and Saudi Arabia, or recent we have seen that. And
how can we address the situation?
Sir, we can address the situation by bringing our own internal house in order. Like we can work on political stability first, then we go for the economic problem, that protracted economic crisis we are suffering since last few decades, and by working on our economy and political stability, and by adopting better policy options.
Okay, there is much discussion going around Charter of Economy. What is it?
Sir, Charter of Economy is same like a Charter of Democracy that was signed between People Party and Muslim League. So currently there is ongoing debate on political Charter of Economy, that there should be a Charter of Economy despite any government who is in the power. The economic policy that are being made, that they will continue in the longer term without if there
continuity of policy.
Yes,
okay.
Sir, continuity.
Okay, I got your point. And why different countries and different institutions are reluctant to invest in Pakistan?
Sir, different countries are reluctant to invest in Pakistan. Recently, we have seen that IMF International Monetary Fund is also reluctant to give aid to Pakistan. So, investor comes when they see that multilateral organization have trusted on the particular country. If the multilateral organization, that particular function is to judge the economic policies of the country, if they are not willing to invest in Pakistan, then it would ultimately shaken the trust of the other investor. Apart from this, there is ongoing political instability. I mean, policies are not being followed, and
okay. 2022 has been a very tumultuous year for Pakistan and its parliament. How do you see what should be the way forward?
Sir, the way forward is that all the stakeholders should be taken on board, and they should realize the situation that we are currently suffering. If currently we are confronting with the political instability, and this is leading toward social polarization, and we are disturbing the social fabric of the society, and this would backfire us in future.
Are early elections way forward to the political stability to gain or not?
Yes, sir. I think early election would make our way toward political stability. Sir, because currently we are seeing that there is no proper government across the Punjab government, and we are also seeing that the KPK government is also being dissolved. So there is no government party in power that make a proper policy that will work for the long terms. So if there is a proper government, then it will implement a long-term policies. It will design proper plans for the country development.
Okay, Sami, you have mentioned terrorism as a core issue of Pakistan's hurdle to Pakistan's growth.
Yes, sir.
And in recent months, TTP has been on the rise, and anti-state sentiments are on the rise. How do you think we can address that situation?
Sir, we have recently seen the rising resurgence of terrorism across the border, and we have also seen that they are also targeting the capital city of Pakistan, like Islamabad. These are the very serious situation. So how can Pakistan can confront by bringing ultimate solution of all the problem is dialogue. But the dialogue should be on the government basis, not on the term of the Taliban, because currently Taliban are demanding for the FATA reversal, reversal, but the government didn't should allow it, because this would ultimately worsen the already worsened situation. Apart from this, they should not be allowed to bring arms with themselves. They want to implement Sharia of their own style, but Pakistan should make dialogues with them. And
okay, how can we lessen the border tensions on Western Front as well as on the Eastern Front, and how to address the Kashmir issue? What should be the way forward?
Sir, we have started fencing across the Afghanistan border, and on Indian side, we have in the recent years we have didn't seen any major events that lead to confrontation apart from that Balakot event. And why there is the fencing that was ongoing across the Afghanistan border has yet not completed, about its remaining 15 to 20%, and this fencing should be completed. And when we come to Kashmir issue, all the stakeholders that are the major stakeholder in this problem are Kashmiris, Indians, and the Pakistani. Recently, we have seen our Prime Minister give.
Okay, let's move on to next way. Trade with the neighbors is a very necessity right now. So how do you suggest that we can improve these outcomes, bilateral relations and trade with the neighbors?
Sir, trade trade with the neighboring countries only come with the political stability in Pakistan, because we have recently, the government are not have long-term plans about the neighboring countries. But there is also rise of right wing across the India. There is also major order for bilateral trade between India and Pakistan, and Kashmir issue should be resolved. Like we have seen the SARC that was formed in 1985. SARC is not currently unfunctional, and I think it's a moribund organization. Since Pakistan should focus on Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and apart from this, there should. Yesterday we have seen the Iranian government has signed 39th agreement with Pakistanis, and this would be a better chance for.
Which were the domains in which those MOUs were signed?
Sir, these MOUs were signed related to energy, fisheries, and other things.
Okay, that's all from my side.
Good to see you, Samiullah.
Thank you, sir.
When did DRK system was introduced in British India?
Sir, DRK system was introduced in 1919 in India.
Okay, what is DRK?
Sir, DRK system was actually division of power between the British and the center and the provinces at the.
Okay. USSR is the abbreviation of what?
Sir, USSR is abbreviation of Union of Socialist Republics.
Union of Socialist Republics. Okay.
Yes.
But I guess it is Union of Soviet Socialist Republic.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I was unable to recall.
Okay, how many states were part of USSR?
Sir, 16 states.
16?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When did Ziaul Haq impose martial law in Pakistan?
Sir, Ziaul Haq imposed martial law in Pakistan in 1977.
Okay, what was the secret code name of the Zia's martial law?
Sir, the secret code name was Operation Fair Play.
Yes, it was Operation Fair Play. Okay, can you tell us the difference among Simla Deputation, Simla Conference and Simla Agreement?
Sir, Simla Agreement was done between India and Pakistan, and Simla Conference was the deputation.
All right. What is the capital of Myanmar?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Federal system is the most suitable form of government for pluralistic societies. Do you agree or not?
Yes, sir, I agree with that. Federal parliamentary system is suitable for because it allows all the segments of society and it gave a proportionate representation to all segments of society.
All right. You have discussed earlier the political polarization. Can
Yes.
you define the term what is polarized politics?
Sir, polarized politics is that the major political parties are confronting with each other for the power purposes, and there is no ongoing proper government in the country.
All right. So, polarized politics is an opportunity or a threat for the survival of state.
Sir, polarized politics actually considered as a non-traditional threat, and it's
Okay. You have studied botany. Can you define what is botany?
Sir, botany is actually a field of biology that deals with the study of plants.
All right. Who is the real father of botany?
Sir, real father of botany was Theophrastus.
All right. What is flora?
Sir, flora means plant.
Okay.
And
Can you explain the life cycle of a plant?
sir, life cycle of plant is that. Sorry, sir, I am unable to recall.
Okay. All right. You have also opted public administration as your optional subject.
Yes, sir.
Right. How would you define public administration?
Sir, public administration is the service of the public.
Service of the public. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the significance of public administration in modern state?
Sir, in modern state, in the public administration is the implementation of the rules and regulation and the proper administrative structures.
Okay. What is planning?
Sir, planning is actually a policy that you design for the implementation of the plans.
Okay. Can you tell us something about National Economic Council?
Sir, National Economic Council is a constitutionally designed body that came under the Article of 153 of the Constitution. It's actually designed the policies for the provinces and the center.
What is rule of lapse?
Sir, rule of lapse was actually that if the heir of a state died, then if the real owner of the state died, then it had no heir, then the transfer of that state would be given toward the British.
Pakistan is rich in natural resources. Pakistan is rich in natural resources but poor in management.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir. I agree. The recent we have seen the Reykjavik case because it was not properly managed by the managers that were at that time, and Pakistan has to bear a cost of about 6 billion fine by the International Court of Justice. And apart from this, we have also seen that we have various resources, natural resources like fossil fuels, we have coal, we have gas, but we are unable to exploit these opportunities because of lack of research and development and because of lack of management.
Okay. What was Treaty of Lausanne?
Sir, Treaty of Lausanne was actually the sorry, sir, I am unable to recall.
Okay. Can you tell us something about Pearl Harbor? What was Pearl Harbor?
Sir, Pearl Harbor was an attack on the US bases by the Japanese in 1942, I think.
Thank you very much, Sami. Wish you best luck.
Thank you, sir.